Welcome to Let's Play the Summoner Night. Actually, guys, I accidentally stopped my last recording, so we're going to continue on with this one. Maybe I don't know how I'm going to do it. What happened beforehand, which wasn't really that big of a video, anyways, was I can show you when it comes down to it. Why are you sitting right there? Just make sure. What ended up happening is I found something. I'm like, what the heck? And I got this fist, the fist thing I was trying to create in the first place. So I made it back to what I needed to do. Got what I needed. Screw the boxes right now. I'm just gonna get back to where I was. So I realized I had to shut it down a little bit later. I was talking, but last video I was talking about something. I'm gonna actually redo what I was saying. Last video I did do I was really upbeat and stuff like that, but there's actually been a lot of things that ended up happening, and it really irritated me. About a couple months back, I actually got let go from my other job for not cleaning an ice cream machine. I was the assistant manager, but the general manager didn't get in trouble. Okay, this is the general manager. I must tell you that I also filed sexual harassment charges on because he grabbed my butt. Yeah, I wouldn't normally do that stuff, but it made me feel so uncomfortable. Like I didn't know what to do. So I talked to my supervisor, and she said, now that you've said something to me about it, I have to go further. I'm like, okay, if you have to, I guess, but I really don't want this to affect my job in any way. What happened was she went through with the whole thing, went through with the investigation, and then even at that point in the whole situation, because I really wasn't going to push it any further than what it was. I was wondering what I should do, get some advice on the whole situation, and well, it jarred my relationship with my general manager in the first place after that point. So he started doing things to try to get me fired. As much as he could to give me crappy shifts, saying that I was the one that ordered the truck wrong, stuff like that. I'm the assistant manager at this point. He's supposed to be the general manager taking the blame for anything that goes wrong mainly, and I'm supposed to be helping him deal with stuff that happens. Well, it just became one thing after another trying to get rid of me. The supervisor even tried doing it herself up to a point as well. It was just one thing after another, irritating. And finally, they fired me over an ice cream machine that didn't get cleaned because the general manager didn't give me an opportunity to do so. Alright, this is what happened last video, guys. And since I can't show you like I was going, like what happened, this is literally what happened. This was my reaction to what happened. Because I was like, okay, I'm going to try reenacting actually. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to use this. There has to be some way to get you. I wonder if this will work. And it popped open and gave me this glove. So this is what the glove. I don't know if the glove actually breaks these. Nope. So that's what the glove does. So I could have broken through that boulder earlier, and I didn't. Anyways, I was in the big surprise. I'm like, what the hell? That's all I had to do this whole time? And yeah. Anyways, so I was pretty much being targeted after that point because I filed sexual harassment charges on my general manager, which I didn't really care to go through with in the first place because I didn't want it to affect how my job was going, and obviously it did. There was nothing I could do about it after that point. So getting blamed for everything, stuff like that. Well, they finally fired me over an ice cream machine. I could have rebutted it, but I left it be and walked away from the situation after giving my 2 cents into this equation. What's this? Oh, very middle. Okay. Oh, so they are little tiny things on the map someplace. So if I pay attention, I'll find those. That's pretty cool. I wonder what that guy gives me. I'll find out. Anyways, well, as time went on for me getting another job and stuff like that, the customers that knew that I was the assistant manager at DQ started coming into my new place of work and started telling me all these things that have been going on at the store, how crappy it's been running since they fired me and everything like that. Well, I wasn't really too enthused to talk about it in the first place, so I just kind of left it to the side and didn't really care to talk about it. But that's not what ended up happening, though. Customers started coming in telling me what he said after that point, and that's when it really came down to it. He said something that somebody that I trust told me about and confirmed it pretty much, and I was enraged. I was pissed off. Like, oh my god, this comment was just pretty much, I'm going to do this in the nicest way possible. He stated that, and I heard this from many of people, that he was the best thing that happened to that store, and all of the managers were worthless when it really came down to it. And that's me being nice about what he said, what I heard he said. I had already heard it before. People have already told me about what he had said, and apparently he's probably said it more than once. So when it came from somebody that I actually trusted, it became a bigger deal. I was really angry about this situation, so I went up there to confront him about it, to ask him why he would say something like this. I was fuming, just irritated when it came down to it, and I don't blow up that often when it really comes down to it, unless I'm in a very crappy situation and people are trying to piss me off. I tend to veer away from confrontation half time. So I went up. Imagine this. I'm sitting there. I go into the store, and there's a line of customers. So my friend who brought me, who usually causes a scene, and my ex was standing there, who just got off of work from the place. We're just kind of standing to the side. My ex was trying to stop me from doing this confrontation and stuff like that, but it wasn't working. I wasn't taking anything because this was just the last straw type of situation. You don't just say what he said and don't expect a reaction to it. Well, imagine just being one of those people sitting to the side, knowing I'm about to freak out on this guy, and I'm sitting in line with the rest of the customers, waiting for the customers to be helped and leave. Which, by the way, took about 15 minutes for me to get to that counter. Oh God. Anyways, I look at him and he's like, "Hey, how may I help you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is how you can help me. Tell me why you are telling people that you're the best thing that's happened to this restaurant, and every other manager is horrible. I'm just looking for a reason why." And he looks at me. He's like, "You need to get out of my restaurant and off this property." I'm like, "For what? Asking you a question to see if you would actually tell me a reason why you're saying this stuff? Are you trying to slander my name, do stuff like that?" Because it wasn't just my name he was slandering at that point. It was the other managers that worked there. Some great managers I worked with as well, and I hired up to a point, and he was bad mouthing these people. I just oh, not that fucking guy. No. No, I'm going to call you Droppy. No, Droppy, no. Anyways. Oh, awkward. That's probably where I want to get some water weapons, if that's going to be the case. Anyways. So this guy... Oh, fuck, not Drippy again. At least this sword works a lot... This dagger works a lot better. I wonder if I'll get something for a sword sometime. because it can't just be this dagger. There we go. Anyways, so he's not just insulting me, he's insulting the next managers. He's insulting everybody that works there pretty much, and I just didn't know what to do about that. So I asked him again. In a more stern, this guy's a military man, by the way. He's used to be a paratrooper. And I asked him again, why are you saying this stuff? And he's like, I never said anything. And I'm like, it's not me asking you if you said anything, it's me knowing you said this, because it's not the one person, but many people have told me you have said this, and I'm irritated about it, and I want to know why you are saying it, not if you said it. And he's like, I'm grabbing the phone, I'm calling the police, you need to get off the property. I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm asking you a question here. I understand I'm being confrontational at this point, but honestly, I was asking him why. I was asking him what was going on. Oh, hey George, how are you doing? I was asking him why he was doing this stuff, why he was saying this, why he was slandering so many managers, why he was doing what he was doing, and he wouldn't give me an answer. Finally, I asked him one last time once he got his phone and and was acting like he was going to call the police, and he's like. He's like, I don't fucking care what you have to say or anybody else has to say. So, and in the end, it doesn't really matter because you're nobody in the end, and I am the general manager of the store. And I'm just like, whoa, man, and that's what pushed me into a more confrontational point. I looked at him in the meanest way I could mean, by the way, meanest way possible, and oh, hey Fido, how you doing? And don't get close to him. This is probably what the separation of weapons that I meant for anyways. But I looked at him in the meanest way I could possible. The most angriest way possible. And I said to him, you are going on about... You are saying saying a whole bunch of stupid crap about old managers here and stuff like that, and you are trying to deny everything. You want to say I'm nothing when you're not even doing your job properly. I get customers coming into my store every day complaining about this store in general, how slow it is, how they can go to a different store out of town and still come back, and those people that were still in that line are still waiting for their stuff while they're eating their ice cream and ready to go. That's how bad the store is, how filthy the store is. It also gets commented on as well, and people even go on about how they keep eating food here and getting sick and won't come back to eat there because all it does is give them food poisoning. And you want to tell me you're the best thing that's ever happened to this restaurant? You're better than what I did. Me, who was actually doing something with the store, actually making a better place, actually had the managers working on the same level, actually had everybody listening to each other. Until you came in. Oh, sword, Sharpstone. That's awesome. Anyways, well, as you can tell, what happened after, he's at this point, as I'm yelling at him, because he pissed me off at this point. Is trembling. He's shaking from this confrontation at this point. It's not a shake of nervousness, or this isn't a shake of he's about to hit me or something like that, or stuff, or anything like that. This is midway through. He's starting to tremble because he's afraid about what I'm about to do, what confrontation I'm about to do. Me, afraid of me, type of situation, and I'm just like. Started feeling sorry for him in the end, but this is the point where it kind of changed a little bit, and I'm just and I left off with telling to him, you know what, you can say whatever you want, but I am still somebody of influence when it really comes down to it. I am and I will tell every customer that comes into the store, into my store, not your store, to my store, complaining about your store, to go to your site, complain right here if you want things to change. The more that people complain, the more it's going to change. And as I was walking out, I made sure he knew your job is mine type of situation, and it was just one thing after another. This guy who got me fired in the first place, who I trained in myself, is saying crap like this. It was. I couldn't even. I couldn't remember anything of what I was doing beforehand in the first place, if I had to work or not, and apparently I was supposed to be taking over for somebody, and I forgot all about it. But at this point, I couldn't go back in. I couldn't go to work at the state I was in. I was too angry. I was too frustrated. I knew I wouldn't be posed as a good worker at this point. It was just one of those things, and I'm just curious on why somebody would do this, why he did it, why he would say something like that in the first place, and not expecting something like this to happen. A military man causing all this drama in the first place, being trusted over the person that actually ran the store in better than he was running it at that point in time. Yeah, I just used my drill to open that. I just saw discoloration is what happened. Sorry, this is a more serious Let's Play than I would imagine, but I really want to talk about this because it really irritated me on what he did, what he was saying, how he was saying it, and I just have to figure out what I have to do after this point when it really comes down to it. I already got what I'm doing when it really comes down to certain matters, but that I'm not going to talk about. But I do need to talk to him. I do need not talk to him, but I do need to get this stuff situated because he was just one thing after another. Anyways, so I flipped out on this guy. Which, by the way, my ex was actually one that was sitting there looking at the person that bought me, and was looking at him in a weird way, like you need to stop him and stuff like that. And he's like, and he gave her this look like, how am I supposed to stop him? He's supposed to be the voice of reason type of situation. That just made my day when he told me that one. It was just like, Mark's supposed to be the voice of reason. He's supposed to be holding me back, dude, and not the other way around. This is a situation I don't even know what to do in that type of thing. I was angry. I was furious. You don't talk crap about me and anybody else that. Well, I'm not saying that you can't talk crap about me, because normally if you talk crap about me, I take it in stride and just laugh it off. But you don't talk crap about other managers. At least I can take the abuse. But once you start to say you're the best thing and you're going to put down any other manager that used to work there, that's when it becomes the problem. That's when it becomes problematic. I worked with great managers who ended up quitting because obviously the restaurant I was working at didn't necessarily have what they were looking for, so they went on to a different career path choice. It's understandable, you know. You don't say crap like that when it really comes down to it, I guess. That guy really just got to me. Sorry, I've taken up this whole video talking about this, guys. Next video, I promise to be enthusiastic and stuff. But this video, I just had to get off my chest and actually talk about it and everything. It was just something that I had to say something about, I guess. Anyways, I know you guys. I haven't paid attention to the game. This is not you, Felix. This is not you. Blah blah blah. Why aren't you cheery? Why aren't you making noises or something? I got to thinking a little bit while just going from video to video, but in the end, I guess that's what ends up happening. Maybe someday I'll share more of my more other stories like that with you guys about what I've actually gone through up to a point when it comes down to work and stuff, but GMs and stuff, blah. But for today, that shall be all for today. I've left this off. I'm not even too sure where we are or what we're doing. I was just kind of running around grabbing things towards that point and showing you guys the rest of the cave. There was I got an Aquos thing I'm going to craft and stuff like that when I get back to the beginning. I gotta repair my dagger again. It seems to be the best thing to use against Drippy. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and a fun one as well. Better than what I'm at least. Thank you.